Hello everyone. I'm having problems with my laptop. It's getting on a little bit old now and it's starting to get a bit annoying, frankly. For some reason, it just disconnects from the internet all the time. I don't know why. I don't know why. A little bit infuriating. I've got backing music now, so we're halfway there. It has disconnected from the internet, so I can't minimize that. Come on, connect to the internet. Connecting. Come on. Connect, you stupid thing. Does anyone else know of this problem of a Chromebook that just consistently disconnects from the internet? I've tried everything, tried resetting it. I've tried separating the Wi-Fi networks and stuff from 2.5 gigahertz to 5 gigahertz, etc. And just nothing seems to work. I don't know if it's just like the Wi-Fi card is getting a bit old now or something. I don't know. Connecting. Come on, connect to the internet, otherwise I can't look up this lovely jubbly news. Thank you for the likes, Natural Demon Slayer. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. No one on YouTube as of yet, and we have one on TikToks. So we are growing. You'll be targeted now, van outside the house blocking everything. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because of my views and everything I've said online, they're monitoring me. It wouldn't surprise me. It genuinely wouldn't. You would have thought they'd have had bigger fish to fry with everything going on in Britain. But yeah, they like the easy wins, don't they? So it wouldn't surprise me if they were sitting outside my house just listening to everything that I'm doing. Sodom, they can listen. They can monitor, do what they want. Oh, come on, just connect to the network. I might have to work something else out today because my laptop just isn't having it. What can I do? What can I do? I might have to come off one of the live streams and use the phone to look through my X account instead. That's where I store my that's where I store my news stories that I'm going to comment on in these videos. I basically send them to myself in X messages, and then read them off from there. If it's a link or something, I just jump into the link. Your ex's account, low stalking, haha, jokes. Nah, my ex was over what about 20 years ago. So no. I've only ever had 2 girlfriends in my life. Believe it or not, I'm very picky. But my current girlfriend I love very much. She's awesome. And yeah, I hope to be with her for what remains of my life. She's a good one. She's a good egg. Well out of my league. God, way too good for me. But I guess I'm lucky. Come on. I don't think this is gonna work. Okay. Right, I'll restart it one more time. I'll give it one last chance, and then if not, I'll have to come off one of the live streams and use one of my phones to get access to my news. Let's restart this. See what happens. It's a fun game. Fun game of which technology wants to fail today, So it's restarting. Oh, the joy, the excitement. I can barely contain myself. It's thrilling, is what it is. So I guess the music stopped, hasn't it? Yeah, of course, because that's played through my laptop. Oh man. I'm just here for the lefties getting sprung. Yeah, mate. Yeah, yeah. If that's what you find funny, and yeah, I find it funny too. The thing is that they always turn up. You would have thought they always. I just would have thought they'd have got bored of it by now, and just thought, let's just not bother him. Let's just let him get on with his little show and stuff. But now they keep turning up, so I keep telling them to fuck off. It's quite an arrangement, really. We've got here. It's entertaining for myself. I hope it's entertaining for you guys at home. But yeah, I expect if some lefties turn up today, I shall tell them to get fucked. Right, so it's now restarted. Let's see if I can get the music back on. I've connected via Bluetooth. Oh, it's going swimmingly thus far. Very slow to load at the moment. I'm watching the the Wi-Fi signal. I'm just watching that like a hawk at the moment, just like I'm expecting it just to drop out any moment now. But I'm hoping it doesn't. Come on, just for the next hour, just hold a Wi-Fi reception. Just hold a network. Come on, right? Let's get some music back on. Yep, there you go. So that's back. It might actually work. I'm strangely optimistic at this point. Yeah, okay. We have Wi-Fi, we have Bluetooth, we have everything we need. Let's give it a cheer. Let's give it an awesome well done to the Chromebook. It is performing as it should do, which you wouldn't have thought would be a tall ask, but it is. It is in my world. Okay, here we go. I'm going live with the recorded video, so we are in now. Here we go. So, good afternoon. It is 12:40. I am 10 minutes late. As you know, if you've been here for the last 10 minutes, my Chromebook has been playing up. It is plagued with just disconnecting from my Wi-Fi. I don't know why it does it. It's so frustrating. I've tried a few remedies to rectify it, but it just doesn't want to know. It doesn't want to play. I think it's cut the music, has it? No, it's still going. Okay, we're good to go. Right, so this is DPR News. I'm your host, Dick Payne, and we're going to look at some lovely news today. Some lovely British stories that we have to sit through, we have to live through in modern Britain. It is a wonderful place to live currently. If you're a murderer, a rapist, a nonce, what a country it is for you. If you're a normal, average person, oh, you just hate it. It's just disgusting country. I did a story a few days ago on people shitting in the streets, literally just taking their trousers down in the middle of the street and just taking a poop. And this has become more prominent through the last few days of more and more people sending videos of other people that are just pooping in the street. Yeah, that's the thing now in Britain. If you need a toilet, don't go into your local pub, don't go into your local restaurant and just say, sorry, can I use the facilities? Don't say anything like that. No, just poop in the street, apparently. That's the new normal. Okay, let's jump into it. So we have the hidden tax blighting Britain's military of billions amid brutal cuts to UK armed forces. It's a complete con. Yes, so this is about Labour saying that they're going to up the spending on the military and the armed forces in England to 62 billion. But what they haven't said is they're going to be taxing that 62 billion. So they're going to take money back, which should equate to about 3 billion. in VAT. So they're not spending 62 billion because they're giving 3 billion back to themselves. So it's going to be 59 billion, isn't it? So automatically, even from saying something as simple as we will spend 62 billion on the armed forces, it's just a lie. They're not, because they're taxing themselves. So it equates to 3 billion in VAT. So again, it's a lie. It's just a lie. And I guarantee it, if you look into that further, that 62 billion will quickly be just demolished down further. Already we're down to 59 billion. Look into it a bit more. I'm sure somebody will, or a few people will, over the upcoming years, and it will just be a percentage of that 62 billion. Well, already it's 59 billion. That it's just nonsense, isn't it? Everything the Labour government say, you have to question, and you have to think, where's the con here? You know, where are they going to be taking money back from this? Where are they going to be screwing everyone over in this? And sure enough, you will find something. We have migrants steal bronze from a military cemetery. So those bronze placards and plates that you get with the soldiers' names on them of our fallen soldiers, they are being stolen. What a country we live in, where the dead aren't even safe. These people have been dead for quite a while. They have been commemorated for a very, very long time. What they cannot withstand, though, is invaders coming across and just stealing them. They'll melt them down and then sell them on for a tiny, tiny profit. That history will be gone probably forever. Let's face it, this is Britain, so they probably not stored those names of those people anywhere. They've just kept that one placard or plate as memorabilia of people that died in the war defending our freedoms. That'll be lost forever, I should imagine. Birmingham St. Patrick's Day parade cancelled again. This is the second year in a row that this is being cancelled in Birmingham. The reason for this is Muslims. Yes. Islam. Birmingham is a very Islamic place. It is pretty much Sharia law there. It is a joke of a city. It's a disgusting city. And the bin strikes are still going on. Don't forget that as well. Just absolute disgusting city. And yeah, they have cancelled the Birmingham parade. I imagine it's the exact same reason as the Whitehall Christian parade that's been cancelled this weekend. And the reason for that, whether the Met Police will say it or not, is because of Muslims. They don't like Christianity. They don't like Irish people. They don't like anything that isn't them. So if you want to celebrate that, they will attack you for it. I am so relieved there were no Christmas markets, no Christmas fete attacks over Christmas. That to me is an absolute miracle. But here we are. It's happened, you know, or in this case, it's not happened. As far as I know, there were no Christmas market attacks. So thank you for that, everyone. That is awesome. And you get a round of applause if you were brave enough to go to a Christmas parade or a Christmas market this year, in defiance of Islam that is looking to attack you. Well done. Keir Starmer pulls Chagos surrender deal after Donald Trump attack. Yes, well, this is nothing new. This is his 16th U-turn in under a month. We're not even at the end of January yet, and so far this year he's done 16, count them, 16 U-turns. Wow, what a spineless piece of crap Keir Starmer is. Yeah, and all it takes is for somebody just to have a little bit of pushback, you know. Even his own MPs, they just give a little bit of pushback, and he absolutely folds like origami. Oh, just like an origami napkin, you know. It doesn't even stay structurally sound once you've made that origami crane and place it on the table. It just sort of mushes down into a sad little pile of mush, just like Keir Starmer. That is how I see him, just a little flatulent, flaccid pile of mush that no one wants. No one wants him around. It's like a pile of shit. No one wants him. You know, if we could just clean him up, throw him out, we would definitely do that. Another new normal in Sadiq Khan's modern London, where a walk in the name of Jesus is banned. Yeah, I've already gone through that, so we already know about that. That's obviously really unfortunate, but not surprising. Every event now that isn't Islam related needs security. It's a really, really sad state of affairs that we've got ourselves into. But here we are, we're living it. Okay, local community rallies around boy 10 years old with incredible gesture after thieves raided homemade jam stall. Okay, so I've actually pre-looked into this story. I read it a couple of days ago, actually. And what it is a 10-year-old boy has a jam and other sort of local grown things stand that he has outside of his house, and he sells them. Now, if you're not from the countryside, what we do is we have honesty boxes. So you leave your produce out on shelves of sorts, and then you put a box there, and you take what you want, and then you put the relevant money, the equivalent money for what that produce is worth. You put that into an honesty box. You don't need anyone manning the shop, so to speak. It's honesty. And that's how it works. It's a trusting society. That's how that works. However, I have delved into this before, and those are going to quickly become a thing of the past. As more invaders come into Britain, they will obviously just ransack these honesty boxes and little unmanned shops, and just take everything they want. It's not surprising. Again, I've sort of addressed this before. It's really sad. I love honesty boxes. In some towns you have an old phone box or something like that that's obviously not used anymore because everyone has mobile phones. So what they do is they'll put shelves in those for old phone boxes. They'll put books or something on the shelves, and you can just take them and put them back as you please. And it works because it's honesty within that community. That they keep it going. They keep the books topped up. They maintain that no one just takes them and doesn't put them back or anything. It's like a free library. It's fantastic. But again, it will become a thing of the past because it will be only a amount of time before some invader moves into that local community and thinks, hey, I've got a great idea. Let's burn this. Let's burn all these books. Or let's steal the honesty box and take all the money. Or let's raid, all the jam and the honey and things from this little honesty shop, roadside usually. It's just so sad. It's terrible, and you're stealing in this scenario. In this case, you're stealing from a 10-year-old boy. Can you get any lower? Seriously, I don't know if there's anything lower than that, other than fucking a 10-year-old boy, which they'll likely do as well. But that is Britain. That's where we live now. American model on holiday in the German city of Dresden is stabbed in the face by a Syrian invader. The American tried to stop the Syrian from attacking two women when the vile piece of crap sliced his face. So this guy, American, he's a model. He's come out for a holiday to Germany, and now he's going to be going home disfigured. I'm looking at the photos now, and his nose is pretty much hanging off. It wouldn't take much just to rip that off. It's all come away from his face because that's where the knife would have cut. So his career now, I would imagine, is probably over. That's probably going to be another person that will suffer PTSD, because he's had such a, I guess, lovely life before, or a life before, and he's going back to America, and he's going to have to drastically change his life because he's not going to be able to make a living anymore from his charming good looks, I would imagine. So I generally feel for the bloke, he'll probably become a drain on society, so to speak, through having welfare and taking taxes out of America now rather than contributing to it, all because a Syrian refugee invader in Germany thought, hey, I've got a good idea. Let's stab some people. What a cunt. What a cunt that bloke is. I just absolutely have no tolerance for these people whatsoever. Come across to a country and then start stabbing people. What the fuck is wrong with you? That guy should be immediately deported, along with his family. Anyone that's associated with him in any way. If you shook his hand in 1953, deport. Yeah, that's the only way to deal with these people now. I'm going to have to lean in a little bit to read this because it's very small writing. We have the tragic death of Roger Leadbeater, a 74-year-old dog walker murdered in Sheffield by Emma Borroway. A schizophrenic patient granted leave from their mental health care despite a violent history. The coroner criticised NHS and police procedures, highlighting systematic failures in risk assessment and the patient management. So yeah, basically a woman who's schizophrenic has been told, yeah, you're good to go. We can't afford to keep you anymore in this mental health institution. So you're good to go back on the streets. The first thing she does is go out there and stab someone to death. Fantastic. What a country. What a country we live in. It's just absolutely diabolical. But for some reason, we tolerate it and we accept it as the new norm. If it's not invaders stabbing people, it's mental health institution patients that are being released early that then just go out and stab people. Just amazing. Fucking hell. A woman in Gloucestershire was kept as a slave for 25 years by Amanda Wixon, who was convicted of multiple abuse charges. Neighbours reportedly reported concerns to social services, but no action was taken. NFA, they call that, no further action. So, yeah, even if you report somebody doing something that shouldn't be done, I mean, really, 25 years this woman was kept as a slave. Multiple reports of people saying, look, get somebody out to look at this and rescue the girl, basically. And the powers that be did absolutely nothing. Where have we heard that before? They must be taking a leaf out of the police book because they do absolutely nothing as well. What a waste of time they are. You cannot rely on them at all, so don't. Frankly, do not rely on them for anything. They are not there to save you. They are not there to protect you. They are there to dish out fines wherever they can. That is it. Lincolnshire head teacher accused of throwing eggs at vulnerable pupils. What the fuck is this? A Lincolnshire teacher is facing misconduct hearing over allegations he failed to safeguard vulnerable school pupils. Adam Webb, who worked as a head teacher of Build a Future Independent School in West Ashby, near Horncastle, is facing a series of allegations relating to a time period between 2020 and 2021. The Build a Future Independent School caters for children aged 13 to 16 who have been permanently excluded and or have special needs education or disabilities or have mental health issues. So this is a head teacher for basically retarded kids, for kids with mental health disabilities and such, and he's throwing eggs at them. What kind of twat does that? Seriously, you've got to be a serious fucking just prick to do that, ain't you? You really have. The Teaching Regulations Agency is currently carrying out a teacher misconduct hearing to investigate a series of allegations. On Monday, 19th of January, the panel heard Mr. Webb did not safeguard the welfare of pupils at the specialists' school. Well, if he was throwing eggs at them, then yeah, I'm guessing he wasn't safeguarding them, was he? A little bit of logic there. There you go. An Amazon delivery driver. Would you believe this? You better, because this is Britain. An Amazon delivery driver brazenly steals a pet cat from doorstep. I'm watching this video now. There is a video with it, and it's exactly as it sounds. A delivery driver man delivers a package and then stands there looking down at his angles. Oh, there's a cat there. So what does he do? He takes the cat away with him. Why wouldn't you? I mean, why? A lot of people would say, why would you? That's somebody else's cat. You know, maybe give it a stroke and then leave it the hell alone. No, these days you have to say, why wouldn't you steal the cat? It's somebody else's, but now it's yours. And then there's an update posted about this incident. Nora, the cat's name is home and safe. She was collected from the man's house. So he did steal it and take it home. He took it home with him. It was collected from the man's house by the police this evening. She is now back where she belongs. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to say anything further at this moment. Of course you're not, because the police don't want you talking about that now, do they? They don't want people thinking, well, these invaders, these Amazon drivers and Just Eat delivery couriers that are coming here now and immediately given work, we don't want people knowing that they're going to steal your shit. Even your cat, even your pets aren't safe from the invaders stealing shit. Good stuff. You love to hear it. Labour confirms exactly which 29 councils will have elections postponed. Are they going to be postponed or are they going to be cancelled? It sounds to me more like they're going to be cancelled this year. But it's one of those things where words actually mean a lot. So they'll say postponed to make it sound not as bad as what it actually is. And then next thing you know, 2 years has passed by and you've not had an election at all in those 2 years. It's a sad state of affairs, but a true state of affairs for Britain. I'm going to run through really quickly where these councils are that have had them cancelled. So let's do this as quick as we can. Adur District Council, Basildon Borough Council, Blackburn with Darwen Council, Burley Borough Council, Cannock Chase District Council, Cheltenham Borough Council, Chorley Borough Council, City of Lincoln Council, Crawley Borough Council, East Sussex County Council, Exeter City Council, Harlow District Council, Hastings Borough Council, Hydeburn Borough Council, Ipswich Borough Council, Norfolk County Council, Norwich City Council, Peterborough City Council, Preston City Council, Redditch Borough Council, Rugby Borough Council, Stevenage Borough Council, Suffolk County Council, Tamworth Borough Council, Thurrock Council, Welwyn Hatfield Borough Council, West Lancashire Borough Council, West Sussex County Council, Worthing Borough Council. They have all been cancelled. They will say postponed for now, but it wouldn't surprise me if, like I said, 2 years from now, all those people within those councils are sat there thinking, I don't remember the last election, you know? And then you realise it's been 2 years, you haven't had any elections whatsoever, and you're sad. Oh no. Let's get an awkward for that, you know, let's get an awesome as well. Awesome. You know, really to rub it into these people. Okay, let's get rid of that and let's get So Nigel Farage has apologised to Tommy Robinson after he said that Tommy Robinson assaulted his girlfriend, which was completely untrue. To be honest, I got the feeling that Farage knew this was untrue from the start, and he said it anyway. You know, he painted Tommy Robinson in a bad way and said that he attacked his girlfriend or then girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, and it was completely untrue. Of course, Farage, in true fashion, didn't go on TV nationally to apologize specifically. What he did is he waited for somebody to address him in the street, and when they said, "Are you going to apologize for Tommy for saying something that wasn't true?" Nigel Farage just sort of gave it a kind of second-hand comment, you know, "Yes, I do apologize anyway, blah blah blah." And that's as good as you can hope from these people, because they don't give a crap if they put lies out about you. They don't give a crap if they spread misinformation about you. As long as they keep getting a payment, they do not give a crap. I genuinely feel sorry for Tommy Robinson in this case, and I would say that that apology is not enough. I would still continue to press charges against Nigel Farage if I was Tommy Robinson. But that is just me. That is what I would do. A trans woman is praised for still going to work despite being on week 37 of her simulated pregnancy. So it's not a pregnancy then? Why are you praising her for him? What am I doing? Why are you praising him for going to work? If he likes to dress up as a woman, that's fine. I've got no problem with that. I don't have to join that fantasy. It's up to me. It's my discretion if I want to call him a her or a him. That's up to me. Okay. But I mean, praised for still going to work despite being on week 37 of his simulated pregnancy. It's a simulated pregnancy. You're not pregnant. What is a simulated pregnancy? How does that work? Do you just get a bump? Has he just eaten to the point that he's got really fat and now he's like, no, I'm not fat, I'm pregnant? No, you're not. Where are you going to push that baby out of? Where's your uterus? Where's your vagina to push out of? You don't have one, so you're not fucking pregnant, are you? Just absolute clown world. No one wants to play along with this anymore. Really don't. Just had enough of it. You know, we gave an inch basically, and you tried taking a mile, literally, and you tried forcing it on anyone that would listen to you, and now we've just had enough of it. That is a man, not a woman, and he is not pregnant. I'm glad we could sort that out. Somebody has posted a large double studio in Notting Hill Gate. Now, this is a tiny, tiny studio. It's the kitchen. Basically, it's a kitchenette with a little living room. The shower, from what I can see, it doesn't even have a separate room. That's right next to the kitchen. So that is all basically one big room where you have your living space, your kitchenette, and then a shower. I assume that there's a cupboard somewhere in this that has a toilet in it, so you at least have a bit of privacy whilst you're taking a dump, providing you don't take a dump out on the street, which is becoming more normal apparently in Britain. And then above the kitchen, you have a platform that is your bedroom. Well, it's not a room, it's a bed on a platform. And this, how much is this going for in Notting Hill Gate? This is £1,043 per calendar month. Frankly, if you rent that out, you are a moron. That is insanity. You could rent anywhere outside of London for half that price and get, you know, a 1-2 bedroomed house for that. Absolute insanity. If you come up to Lincolnshire, where I'm from, for 1,043 a month, Jesus, you could get like a 6 bedroomed house for that with a nice garden. You really could. It's insanity. And there's trains and whatnot into London. So it would require a bit of a commute every morning and every evening, but you'd be going home to a decent sized house where you can actually store things and have things, and you're not living in what just looks like an oversized shoebox with a bed on a platform. That is absolutely ridiculous. Anyone living like that, I genuinely do judge you. Absolutely. You don't have to live like that. Why are you living like that? Nigel Farage to throw everything at beating Labour in by-election as PM faces battle with Andy Burnham. Nigel Farage will launch a huge campaign to defeat Labour in the upcoming Gorton and Denton by-election, Reform UK has confirmed. In Manchester constituency, which has once staunch Labour seat, could soon become a three-way contest after ex-Health Minister Andrew Gwen quit earlier today. Despite chasing down an 18,000 vote majority, a recent More in Common poll suggested Reform UK would snatch the seat in a knife edge race. How is this a knife edge race? We want reform of sorts. That doesn't mean I support Reform UK. That just means I want reform. I want a whole new parliament. No one from before, no one from Conservatives, no one from Labour. I want them all gone, and I want someone to get in there and release every little bit of data, every little bit of dirt on Labour and Conservatives and everything they've done over the years within my lifetime. But no one's willing to do that unless they are completely free of liability, unless they can release everything that our government's done for the past 40, 50 years and say, hey, that was nothing to do with me. Until we get that person in power, nothing's going to change, because at the minute they all just stick up for each other. It's absolutely disgusting. It makes you sick. Okay, we have a fly tipper that was caught red-handed in Lincoln Road, Peterborough. So this, there's a video. She's got what looks like a pram just filled with black bags, and she goes out to her local roadside dustbin, like a community public dustbin, and she just unloads all of those black bags of her own household waste. She just unloads them next to the dustbin. She doesn't care. She doesn't care about living in a shithole. And once it's laid next to that dustbin, I'm sure she just feels that it's not her responsibility anymore. That's it. That's all she needs to do to get rid of her rubbish. Just pass it off onto other people whilst making the area look an absolute shithole. So well done to her. Again, I hope she gets deported. Digital ID, they hired so this is friendly hackers that were hired to penetrate One Login. One Login, if you don't know, is on gov.uk. It is you put all your login details in there. I believe you have to face scan and everything to use it. I don't know because I don't use it. I'm not a moron. But that system, that app, that login, that login app has been compromised. Again, this isn't new. This has happened a few times before. The government is still pushing the public onto One Login, and millions of company directors effectively forced and veterans encouraged when it clearly isn't secure. They need to stop. Yes, and especially as we've got the Chinese super embassy coming to Britain too, I imagine that's going to be quite a problem with people's login details. That's now all in one place. Fantastic. That's going to be just shredded, just ripped of all of its data, and then that data is just going to be sold to the highest bidder. Well done, Britain. Great job, Britain. Once again, let's have a cheer, Britain. So we have residents across 5 towns have been left furious after their councils signed up for a scheme that would convert local properties into temporary housing for asylum seekers. Now, why would these people be angry about this, I hear you ask? Well, that is a complete mystery. Why would this happen? Well, it's because as soon as these invaders get in there, they make it a shithole. They start harassing people. They don't have any work, so they will stay awake all night, and my God, they will make you stay awake with them, whether you like it or not. And then if you go to say anything, they will get violent. And that includes the council. If you go to the council about this, they will get violent too. I expect they'd send the police round to your front door for complaining because you're a massive racist. What a world. These selected towns are Peterborough, Brighton, Hove, Hackney, and Powys. P-O-W-Y-S. I don't know how to say that. Powys. I don't know. But yeah, basically those places are now ruined. Strike that off of places you want to visit. You're not going to want to visit there now. They have invaders just running around all over the show. It's fucked. Okay. The environmental and public health risks posed by AI data centers, high water consumption, which can deplete local supplies and increase disease risks, especially in vulnerable communities. It underscores the need for stricter regulation and sustainable practices to prevent environmental injustice and health crises linked to water scarcity caused by technological expansion. Oh my God, did they not think about this? So do you remember Keir Starmer saying he wants Britain to be the AI hub? He wants us to go right ahead with AI and build these AI servers and data centers and all these AI buildings and and we're going to be the AI sort of go-to country throughout the Western world. Do you remember that? I don't think he thought about the fact that those servers, those different systems that you have to have in place, a lot of those are water cooled, and so and so we already have a hose pan ban every year. We have a hose pipe ban every year. So, so we're already short on water yearly. But now, obviously, they're going to tap into that water supply for for these servers and other things. And yeah, this is just another one of those things of they've not thought this through at all, have they? They haven't thought about the impact that it will have on other systems. Same as the invaders. They allowed them all in and didn't think, well, that's going to be more NHS patients. That's going to be more housing. That's going to be more jobs that are needed. And pardon me, look what happened. It's an absolute shithole now, Britain is, as well as many other countries throughout Europe. We have destroyed ourselves. Well, our governments have destroyed us. So next time you see a politician, make sure you thank them for that. Okay, we have a significant decline in frontline police officers in England and Wales, reaching a 6-year low. Labour plans a major police recruiting, reducing the number of forces from 43 to 20, aiming to relocate administrative staff to frontline roles. No, No one wants. I've been through this so many times. No one wants to be a police officer anymore because it's frankly embarrassing to go around somebody's house for a tweet, and that is all the police want you to do anymore. It's embarrassing. It's just shocking, and no one wants to be the next YouTube hated person in Britain for doing a pathetic, stupid job that the police demand you do these days. No one wants to do it. And there's the proof right there. There's the proof. A 6-year low in recruitment for police. I can completely understand that. If somebody said, I'll give you £1 million to me to be a police officer for, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years, absolutely not. Absolutely not, because it's just the most soul-destroying job in Britain currently, other than probably being in the military. That is another job. How anyone does that, I genuinely don't understand. If Keir Starmer said to me, go and fight for this country, fuck off. Absolutely fuck off. I would genuinely rather go to prison. If they handed me a gun, I would happily turn it on everyone in that room and then myself. That is what I would do. I would not go and fight for this country. Not on your Nelly. The WEF, the World Economic Forum, refers to European people as old Europeans. Maybe they did that by mistake because they want you to believe there's no replacement going on, the great replacement. They want you to think that that isn't happening, even though they're referring to you and me as old Europeans, which would imply that there are new Europeans coming into Europe. Yes, and they even confirm that the new Europeans are Africans and Asians. Fantastic. So we will slowly die out as white people and we'll just be replaced. Who cares, to be honest, at this point? This country's a shithole anyway, as is the rest of Europe. So fuck it, let them have it. One of the things that people need to take into consideration, though, is that at the height of white reign, I guess you could call it, we actually only made up 13% of the world's population, white people. I believe at one point actually we may have been 43%, but that was very, very brief. Maybe 43%, but for ages the average was kind of 13% throughout history. That's been the kind of the go-to number. 13% of the world's population is white. What do you think it is today? I'll give you a minute. It's 8% of the world's population are white. We are dying out. Oh well. Okay. Meanwhile, in Britain, in Blighty, look at my new room. I will be here until the UK government give me a new house to live in. Thank you, Britain, says an illegal immigrant, an invader, that's now come into this country. He's been given his mobile phone, his new clothes. He's been out shopping. He's now gone into his new accommodation, which is obviously a hotel room. And then, he absolutely expects the UK government to find him a house. Why wouldn't they? I mean, you and me are going to pay for it, but he expects us to buy him a house. Isn't that lovely? Let's see if he gets a job as well. Let's see if that happens. I'm going to say no. And even if it does, his way of thinking is going to be so backwards from ours that it's not going to work anyway, because I'd imagine he'll become like the other invader workers here that are only looking to harass women and stalk them, force entry into their properties once they've delivered their Uber Eats or JustEat.com meal, and then they just I shouldn't need to say it, you get the idea, don't you? And there you go. Again, that's Britain. Walsall crowned as UK's most deprived hellhole. Locals scared to leave homes as drugs beggars and arson kids turn once thriving town into war zone. Residents slam the West Midlands dump as worse than Shameless. Anyone remember that show? The show Shameless? It was basically about a shithole area and quite a deprived family that were a bit scummy. And they say it's worse than that show. Born and bred traders earn less than homeless beggars while empty shops rot. Women won't walk alone and everyone shops online to avoid the no-go town centre. A lot of people have come here and aren't working, fumes one shopper, as council bosses mutter about transformation amid the total collapse. So who do you think has moved in there? Who do you think that is? What population? What do you think the demographic of that area is? I'm not even going to say it again. I'll let you. Work that one out for yourself. Essex police state that not allowing undocumented males invaders to be bussed into cities is antisocial behaviour. So if you have protested that you don't want invaders in your local community, they haven't listened. If you write to your government and say, I don't want undocumented males invaders in my local community, they'll ignore you. If you then try to physically stop those invaders being bussed into your local town, they will arrest you for antisocial behaviour. Fantastic. So if you push back against the invasion in any way, you are a traitor to England, apparently, and you must rot in jail. And these Essex police officers, they're very proud to say, yes, we are accompanying undocumented males, invaders, into the local community. Again, this is why no one wants to be a police officer. Because you're a cunt. You're a cunt. You're a cunt. A Muslim approaches a Jewish school in North London and asks, what is going on in Israel? I don't think kids in North London are going to know what the fuck is going on in Israel unless they've been taught that by their parents, because God knows the schools aren't teaching that. A passing motorist asks, what is happening? And the Muslim replies in Arabic, Allah. There is no God worthy of worship except Him. So outside a Jewish school, being intimidating and telling people that they shouldn't be worshipping a Jewish God, they should be worshipping Allah. I'm guessing he's a really friendly soul. Absolutely British, not an invader at all. He then counts the scooters up to 5, then says, God watches you 5 times a day, referring to the 5 daily prayers. He then finishes with Arabic, praise be to God of Islam, praise be to God. He's not a suicide bomber in waiting at all, is he? He seems perfectly rational. He seems a stand-up guy. He sounds like the type of guy that you want to take home to introduce to your mum. Yeah? Absolutely. He's a swell fellow. So Taliban fighters may have been handed asylum in Britain amid botched Afghan withdrawal. Yep, again, this is the government's way of kind of going around in circles and try and rewrite the narrative, and say, this has happened for a few, just a couple of little errors, a couple of little mistakes that shouldn't have happened, but unfortunately has happened, when really it's been an absolute shit show. And that they have just let anyone in that has said, I helped you in the Afghan war. Let me come to Britain. And the government have just gone, yeah, okay. No background checks. They haven't actually made sure that those people were in fact on side with the British and Americans during the Afghan war. No, 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 no. Instead, they just say, "Yep, come in." This is why tensions are just going to rise all over Europe in the very very near future, because the people of Europe now are becoming just un-European. They're not Europeans anymore, and so Europe isn't Europe anymore. And with that comes hostility and tensions between different governments, between, well, everywhere, frankly. Look at Sweden now. No one wants to deal with Sweden. No one wants to talk about Sweden. No one wants to acknowledge Sweden exists because it's an absolute shithole. Yeah. In fact, this time last year in Sweden, they had 32 bombs go off in Sweden within the month of January. 32. So that's one for every day. Every day in January last year, a bomb went off in Sweden. And on a couple of days, they had 2 or several on one day. No one wants to talk about that, though. No, 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 no. We'd rather talk about Palestine. Fuck off. A former liberal explains how liberal empathy is weaponized and used to radicalize them. So this is a lefty. Again, this is something you're seeing a lot more of. This is a lefty that has realized she was an idiot and has now joined the right, the right side of people. And she's now explaining that the left will demonize lefties if they're not left enough. This is played out perfectly on Blue Sky. If you want to see how that operates, look up what happened on Blue Sky, because what happens is the very left of the left wing people will make a hierarchy and place themselves at the top, and then everyone that joins, anyone that talks to them, they will make them as left as possible if they can, as left wing as what they are. And if you go against that at all, if you say, I kind of want to stay center left, I don't want to go that far, I don't want to shoot anyone or anything like that, they will demonize you, they will hunt you down, they will counsel you. It's happened so many times on Blue Sky, and it's just an absolute cesspit now of lefties that will just attack each other. Forget attacking the right, they will attack each other, they will attack everyone that goes against their worldview, and it's disgusting. But at the same time, it's funny to watch, and it's funny to watch these people like her that say, I don't want any part of this anymore, and they switch from left wing to right wing, and then they get some common sense. They actually realize that they've been indoctrinated, and then try to rectify that. I imagine you're going to see a lot of deleted accounts on X, YouTube, TikToks, things like that, of people that will realize that they have been wrong throughout all this time, for marching for Palestine, for marching for refugees welcome, and all these other such things. It will become nationwide that all the left people, or majority of the left people, will turn to the right. By then, I hope it's not too late, but it may well be. I mean, we're getting to that point anyway where it's nearly too late. Well, I mean, a lot of people say it's nearly too late, but in my personal opinion, it's already too late. Okay. Okay, we're running out of time. We've got 9 minutes left, so I'm gonna skip a couple of these and just pick some good ones. So in it doesn't say where this is actually, but there's a video of a guy, and he is Islamic. It looks like it could be Iran, or it could be Arabic country praising the Islamic regime in Iran. But anyway, they've got a puppy that they've put a Jewish flag on, the Israeli flag, and they're taunting it, they're holding it up in the air, they're dancing around it, and basically just being cruel to it. Now you think to yourself, why would anyone do that? Why would anyone be horrible to a poor defenseless little puppy? Well, Muslims would, because dogs are haram to them. They're considered very, very dirty. So again, if you allow Sharia law into Britain, say goodbye to old Frodo, say goodbye to any dog that you've got. That's not allowed. That's not allowed at all. No, 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 no. There's a video of a of a woman crying hysterically because ICE was conducting a search for 2 child rapists. Oh, conducting. Oh, okay, hang on. Let me. So this is worded incorrectly. This woman is crying hysterically because ICE was conducting a search for 2 child rapists living in her neighborhood. That's right. She was crying for 2 child rapists. This is why a survivor of child sexual abuse will never trust the left. Yeah, absolutely. So this woman clearly has never dealt with a real life situation with an invader or with a rapist, a nonce or anything before, has she? So what does she do? She sticks up for them. She thinks they're normal people. They just need a hug. They just need a helping hand. Again, it's the left insanity, and you know, there are signs of that coming to an end. Like I said, there are quite a few lefties now that are moving towards the right, and they are cancelling their old TikToks and YouTube and whatever accounts, and they'll create a right-wing account because they've learned some truth. But it's not enough at the moment. We need more, frankly, especially in Britain. Britain seems to be quite a lefty kind of fucktarded place at the moment in 2026. Okay, so the government have let in 65,000 undocumented men into the country since Keir Starmer's taken office, and then they put up a 10-foot fence around the House of Lords. Do you see how that works there? They let in all these undocumented men for you to deal with, but when it comes to them, 10-foot fence. 10-foot fence, get that up straight away. They are laughing at us from behind that fence. They really are. If you need any finer example of the fact that they don't trust these people coming into this country, they don't trust these invaders, that should speak volumes to you. That they have put up a 10-foot fence around the House of Lords to keep these invaders out, because they know that sooner or later one of the crazy ones is gonna run up there with a bomb or something. You know, it's just gonna happen, or a gun. It's going to happen. It's insanity. The way people. Just the left look at this, they don't see it as an invasion. That's outstanding to me. You have to have a special level of ignorance and stupidity to truly believe that. We're going to end the show right there because it's coming on to an hour. We've got 5 minutes left, and you know, it's I can't be here all the time. I'm sorry, unfortunately. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your likes. I appreciate it. And if you're watching this later on the live video, then you know, I hope you enjoy it. Cheers. Thanks, everyone.